Hello everyone, my name is Wenwen, or you can call me Maggie. I'm the founder of Short Drama Alliance. Short Drama Alliance is an international creative hub. We're connecting creators with platforms around the emerging short drama format. You may have seen this before. This is called 短剧, or short drama, or microdrama, or vertical drama. This course is called Short Drama Writing 101, the grassroots masterclass. We explain what short drama is, how to write it. How do you write short drama? Imagine this. You are in a crowded marketplace. People come here to browse. Stalls line both sides of the streets. They are all selling something. And you are one of the vendors. You decide to sell a story. How do you describe your story in just one sentence so people would get curious, stop, and listen? How will you open up your story so people get hooked and want to listen more? How do you keep telling the story till the end? Just bear in mind, people can always walk away. And when you finish your story, what kind of feeling do you want people to feel? Happy, satisfied, or make them feel anxious, thinking of their unpaid medical bills or they're drowning in the student loan? That is how you write a short drama story. Just remember, you are a storyteller in a crowded market. If you understand this, you understand how to write short drama. Now let's talk about market. Short drama exploded in China in 2022. By 2024, the market size is $7 billion. For the first time, it surpassed China's annual box office. In 2025, the market size is $8 to $9 billion. And overseas, it's estimated $2.2 billion in total, which means overseas there is a huge potential. And now let's talk about production. In 2026, normally a 65-episode short drama takes about 2 weeks to write the script, 2 weeks pre-production, 1 week production, and about 2 weeks post-production. So normally around 1.5 months or 2 months, the show is released. For premium short drama scripts, normally takes about 2 to 3 months to write. And one more important thing to remember, writing short drama is not easy. Just like any other crafts, it needs study, practice, and more practice. But the good news is, short drama writing is a skill you can master. Before we start introducing how to write short dramas, a bit of context first. 1. The origins of Chinese short dramas. One of the origins of Chinese short dramas is online fiction. Chinese short drama boom didn't come out of nowhere. We got almost 30 years history of writing online literature, or web novels. By 2025, there are more than 42 million web novel fictions in China in total, and online fictions written by everyday people. Think of this. You are everyday people, and when you're off work, you sit at a desk and write a few chapters. When finished a few chapters, you leave a hook, and then you go back to work. And one day later, when you are free, you can go back to your laptop and continue writing. Sounds similar, right? It's exactly the same thing in short drama. Short drama is like one episode after another after another. Each episode normally leaves with a hook. Chinese short drama basically is the video version and enhanced version of online novels. You can think of this. Short drama is the baby of online fiction and TikTok. The other origin of Chinese short drama is at creative.
“把最普通的刀朝着豆腐就切了整整1万刀，就在将豆腐放入水中的那一刻，竟然变得丝丝顺滑且细而不断。原来刀工如此厉害的女孩，正是在山上跟师傅学炒菜的女厨神。”
These are all at creatives. You can think of this. Those are like rough cuts from short dramas, or some narrations of short drama. These creative ads are like fishing baits. The viewers are the fish, and the fishermen, the platforms. Short drama production is heavily reliant on ad buying. This is one of the most important characteristics of short drama industry. Okay, let's see from the platform perspective. How does ad buying work? Normally, an ad buyer will work with 1 to 2 editors. The editors will input the first free 10 episodes into the AI tools and generate a few rough cuts. And then he or she edits based on the rough cuts and then give ad creatives to the ad buyer. In the ad buying system, the ad buyer can set whether the target audience is male or female. He can also set the target audience age or even interests, and then set the budget, let's say $10 to run the ads to test. So the algorithm will push those ad creatives to potential audience. And in the ad buying system, the ad buyer can see which ad creative performs best. People are willing to click and pay. And then the ad buyer will tell the editor, okay, these 3-4 ad creative performs well, and the editors will re-edit those ad creatives into different versions. And from the viewer's perspective, they were scrolling, let's say, TikTok or Facebook until they see an ad creative. Some people just scroll past. Some people get interested. They click, and the ad creative will redirect them to a landing page where they can download an app. Where they download the app, they watch from episode 1 and 2 and 3 until they hit a paywall, which requires them to pay some coins to unlock. This is how short drama works as in-app purchase. We understand what ad buying works and how does that influence the short drama writing. First of all, you need to understand your target audience, male or female, what's the age range, and what's their interest. Second, how many interesting moments are there in your first 10 free episodes? Because those will be cut into different ad creatives and thrown to the potential audience as baits. Each of these moments are a piece of bait, and each of them will be delivered to the potential audience. And think of this, why these viewers are willing to click your ad creative, because something in the ad creative resonates with the audience, right? Before you design your story, think of this. What resonates with our potential audience? The differences between short dramas and other formats. First, short drama versus films. Short drama is everyday viewing, fragmented viewing. Cinema viewing instead is more immersive viewing. When do people watch short dramas? Sometimes during the lunch break, sometimes when they put their kids into bed and watch a few episodes. Sometimes they watch short drama in a subway, sometimes when they taking a train to work, or sometimes when they're cooking, they watch short dramas. Or sometimes after work, they lying on sofa, they watch few episodes of short dramas. Short drama is usually watched in daily lives. The environment is a little bit noisy and full of distractions. So when you write a short drama script, make sure the main storyline is very clear. The audience will immediately get what the storyline is, who is the protagonist, and what he or she wants. So the audience can follow him or her very easily. Still think of this crowded market and you are the storyteller. If some people join halfway through, they can easily understand what the story is about, who is the protagonist, and that's how you write the story. Movies are different. They are watched in a dark cinema. So people sit there, enjoy without any distractions, and they have time to follow the long journey with the protagonist and enter the world the creator creates. Now, think of this. What if Avatar is written into a short drama story? Here is the structure. Let's extract the pleasure of this story. The first level of pleasure is someone who struggles in real world become a king in another world. This is one of the most powerful fantasies. The second level of pleasure is why he can become the king of another world. The reason is very simple, because he comes from a modern world, while Avatar is still in the tribal stage, which means he got a huge advantage. He sees differently. He saw problems differently. You see the world differently. And that's what he's always one step off everyone. And that's something the audience can resonate because most of us all come from modern world. We all understand that because we have more knowledge, we have more tools, we have more experience. And that is where the pleasure comes from. As a movie, Avatar has another layer of pleasure, the heavy visual effects. The audience can follow the protagonist and see a completely different alien world, alien creatures, and experience a completely different world. And this kind of visual impact is the immersive experience that only cinema can bring to you. What if Avatar turned into a short drama story? We directly start from stage 3. In the first 3 minutes, we establish our protagonist and explain why he becomes an avatar and why he must survive on Pandora. He starts as a beginner. He learns step by step. He gains more followers. And eventually, he becomes the chosen leader of the planet. The female lead must appear in the first 3 minutes, and they start building emotional connections immediately. Now we are going to introduce another important concept in Chinese short drama. We called 金手指, which directly translates into golden finger. Golden finger is like a cheat code. It means the hero starts the game with a cheat code. In Avatar story, the cheat code is the modern thinking because our protagonist is from the modern world. People from Pandora live in a primitive society. So that gives our protagonist a huge advantage, and that is the golden finger. In short drama, it's key to use that advantage to keep pushing our protagonist to the next level again and again. Above are the parts we keep. So which parts are we weaken or just remove? First, we reduce explanation of the world itself. We don't spend a lot of time explaining how this world works, what this world looks like. The audience experiences the world through the hero. If a setting of a story does not push the story forward or trigger emotional response, we do not show it. Second, we give up heavy visual effects. Remember, short dramas is watched in daily life, mostly watched in mobile phones. It cannot compete with cinema visual storytelling. So we don't spend a lot of the budget on VFX. Even within the same 90 minutes length, short dramas are more concentrated. The main storyline must be very clear. We focus on only one thing, how our protagonist upgrades step by step from zero to hero. That is what the audience are waiting for and what the pleasures come from. Short drama versus TV series. Short drama is different from TV series. Short drama has a clear main storyline, where TV series have many subplots. Taking Breaking Bad as an example, the main storyline is how Mr. White is from a chemistry teacher to a drug kingpin. But there are other subplots. For example, in season 1, it tells the story of his wife's sister has a stealing problem, and that is a subplot. In contrast, short drama only has a very clear storyline. The reason is simple. Short drama's episode is only about 1.5 minutes long. The whole series is about 90 minutes long. In contrast, TV series, each episode is around 45 minutes. Breaking Bad season 1 has 7 episodes, which is way longer than a short drama. That is why short drama does not have subplots, simply because there is no time to develop those stories. Now, what if Breaking Bad is written as a short drama? First, Mr. White is a drug kingpin. Drugs are bad. It destroys people's lives. Drug dealers definitely end badly. In the origin series, his ending is tragic. Second, Mr. White got cancer and he wants to make money. Even if he makes a lot of money, some cancers cannot be cured. So in original story, our hero is doomed from the beginning. That breaks the rule of short drama writing. Short drama is a feel-good story. There are 2 problems must be solved if Breaking Bad is written as a short drama story. How would a Chinese short drama writer write Breaking Bad into a short drama story? First, it would be written as a rebirth story. In the first 3 minutes, we were explained how Mr. White became a drug kingpin and he ends badly. He lost his family, he was caught by the policeman, and was executed in regret. Then he reborn. This time, he wants to take a second chance. He decides to work with policemen to help them catch the kingpins. So the story and tensions and dangers are still there. He uses intelligence and his chemistry skills to help the policemen catch the criminals. But his ending is completely different. He finds a new way to make money. In this way, he avoids his tragic fate as a drug dealer and escape his doom ending. Second, because he helped the policeman to catch the criminals, he received a miracle drug, so his cancer is cured miraculously, and he escaped his second doomed fate, cancer. So the two problems are solved, and his life is completely changed. There is a good ending. It's a happy ending. This is the logic of writing a short drama. Short dramas versus online fictions. We mentioned before the origins of short drama is online fictions, but there is a difference between short drama and online fiction. Online fiction is written in a very open way. There are many subplots, but short drama only got one clear main storyline. If you adapt an online fiction into a short drama, those subplots that do not drive the main plotline forward or need to be removed. You only keep those events that drive the main plotline forward. Short dramas versus soap operas. First, soap operas are written to run forever. Because of that, the emotional ups and downs are relatively flat. In contrast, the emotional curve of short drama is more dramatic. It keeps rising higher and higher. Second, short drama has a very clear beginning and end. Even there is a second season of a short drama, the first season is a complete story. There is a beginning, there is an end. In the ending, there is a clear payoff. Soap operas are designed to run forever. There is no strong main storyline that must go to an ending. In contrast, short drama, the main plot line is very clear. Short drama versus short videos. Short drama and short videos both give the audience dopamine hits, but there is a difference. Short drama is constructed narrative storytelling. It connects different events together through a very clear main storyline. Short drama versus video games. Short drama and video games have something in common. First, they all give the audience or players dopamine hits. Second, our hero both have a very clear task or want, but there is a difference. Games are more active. The players lean forward to play the game. In contrast, short drama watching is passive. The audience lean back and watch short dramas. But audience still get constantly dopamine-driven experience. So let's get into how to write short dramas. Before you start writing, you need to watch a lot of short dramas. So you go to some data websites like Socialpedia or Data Eye or Sensor Tower. They got trending shows. You need to study them. Also, you need to download some hit short drama apps. We put free resources in our comments. You can refer to this. Also, you can go to our official website, shortdramalliance.com. In the pinned post, there is a free resources that you can read and learn. Just bear in mind, you need to watch a lot of short dramas to get to know this format. It's a craft. It's not something easy to learn. How do we define short drama? Short drama is typically 1 to 3 minutes long. Normally, that's vertical format. And normally, at the end of each episode, there is a hook. 30 to 100 episodes. The characteristic of short drama is it has high information density. It's heavily rely on ad buying. Short drama is a new storytelling born in TikTok era. Now we are introduced a very important concept. Short drama equals 爽 drama. In Chinese, short drama is called 短剧. 短 means short, 剧 means drama. Short drama is also called 爽剧. 爽 means feel good. It's just another name of short drama. Just like budget airlines also called flying bus or flying Greyhound in English context. 爽剧 is another name of short drama. So what does 爽? 爽 is you are working in a heated summer for 1 to 2 hours and finally you get an iced coffee. That feeling is called 爽. 爽 is your sadness is released. Your happiness get fulfilled. Your curiosity is satisfied. That kind of feeling is called 爽 or feel good. In short, you feel emotionally fulfilled. The purpose of telling a short drama story is to make the audience feel good. Still remember you are the storyteller in the marketplace. Why do people stop and listen to your story? Why do they pay for your story? Because you make them feel good, right? At least you make them feel good in the end. Of course, there might be some misunderstanding, there might be some tense, a little bit anger, a little bit laugh during the process, but in the end, you need your audience to feel good. So let's look at an example. Short released a short drama. It's largely based on a real case, Luigi case. This short drama is called A Jester. You can watch the whole series in YouTube. Luigi is an American young guy who killed and shot United Healthcare CEO. And that was a huge case. It was not a bad story, but it didn't perform very well in the market. Why? Because it broke the rule of short drama equals 爽 drama, feel good drama. No matter what this young guy's reasons are, he killed somebody. Somebody is being killed, someone will be punished. So this has a bad ending. This story might work as a good Netflix story, a good Hulu story, a good film story, but it's not a good short drama story. Because short drama is always make you feel good. Also, everyone knows that in United States, the medical bills are very expensive. Still remember, you're the storyteller in the marketplace. When you tell a story in American markets, people get curious, stop and listen to your story. The more they listen, the more they think of their medical bills. They think of their mother still lying on bed with a large medical bills unpaid. Do you think those people will still listen to your story and willing to pay for your story? That's the core reason it didn't perform well in the market, because it triggered the anxiety of American audience. It didn't make them feel good. So how do you keep the audience watch the whole show all the way till the end? Have you ever seen those Turkish ice cream vendors teasing kids? That's how you write your short drama story. The audience are the kids. You don't give the ice cream right away. You teasing them. You give them a little bit tension and surprise and anxious and love. That's how you're teasing all the way. With those kids, you make them go through an emotional roller coaster. But remember, in the end, you must give the kid, which means the audience, the ice cream, because you promise in the beginning you will give the kid the ice cream in the end. I once interviewed a co-founder of Chinese short drama platform. His point of view was very interesting. He said short drama has a low psychological barrier, which means if you are back home a Friday night and you are exhausted, watch a film about 90 minutes, you think it's a little bit tired. But for a short drama, the first episode is only 1 to 3 minutes. You think, okay, I can do this. So you watch the first episode and then there is a hook. And then you watch the second episode. And then you binge episode and after episode until you finish whole show. It's still about 90 to 100 minutes long, but the psychological barrier is lower. Think about this as a marathon. If you think, okay, I'm going to run a long distance, it feels stressful, right? But I won't tell you, you can just run to the next store. You say, okay, I can do it. And then they say, okay, run to the next tall tree or run to the next garbage bin. You think, okay, I can still do it. Then when we reach a convenience store, you get a coffee or a candy, give you some dopamine hit. to keep you running so you finish the whole marathon. That's the logic of watching a short drama, and that's the logic when you write a short drama, teasing them, constantly give them some dopamine hits, give them some surprise, some tense, play with their emotions. That's how you write it. And another important concept I want to introduce to you is short drama is written for ordinary people. Short drama are stories about ordinary people. You still remember you are the storyteller in the crowded market, right? Who are those people in a market? So before writing your short drama story, have a profile of your audience. Are they male or female? What's their interests? What they look like? What they really want. For example, if a middle-aged woman, they might have a family, they might think about their kids, how they go to university, can they have a good job? They worry about their husband. That's what they mostly care about. So if you want to sell a story in a crowded marketplace, you need to tell a story that those people will mostly resonate with. To give you an example, let's think about a middle-aged American woman working in a convenience store. When she sees a clip about Wall Street hedge fund tycoons fighting over capital, will she get excited immediately and want to click and watch? Probably not, right? What if she sees a video clip about a mistress show up in front of a door with a kid, accusing the husband, and the wife shows, and it turns out the wife is another mistress. And then police arrived, and they find out the husband did a plastic surgery, and he is a scammer. That story might be interesting for our audience, right? Even if you tell a story about a rich family, a wealthy family, you still tell a story about ordinary people. You don't write a story about these rich families using legal tricks to move assets, or how they manipulate company shares, or how they make money through big deals with other business tycoons. What you can write is family members arguing next to a hospital bed, arguing about the medical bills. Relatives moving into most expensive houses to fight over inheritance. People getting married and have kids quickly just to secure more money. An uncle used to support you suddenly changed his attitude and sided with family lawyer, accusing you of stealing your grandmother's heirloom. That's something the audience can understand because the story you are selling to are ordinary people. I will give you another example. I once received a script outline from a writer. The script outline is about the son was missing in the capital of one country, and there were 5 teenagers. They have to survive in the city and solve the mystery of why the son is missing. It could be a great Netflix story. It could be a great Hulu story. It could be a great film story. But unfortunately, this is not a short drama story because this is not the teenagers really want to watch, what really resonates with them. For example, if you ask a teenage girl or boy what they really want, they probably just worry about how to find a girlfriend or boyfriend, or there's some bully at school, or maybe the teacher didn't treat them well, or they were thinking about how to find a good job. That's what they really worry about. So remember, short drama is about ordinary people. When they watch the video clip, what resonates with them and they want to click and download your app and pay for your short drama. That's something. Instead, what they really care about is not solving some mysteries of missing some or saving the whole city. I will introduce more practical skills. Before you start writing, write down the core concept. This is very important writing skills. In Chinese short drama writing, we call it the core concept. In most cases, the title of Chinese short dramas is their core concept. I will give you some example. I was an ordinary housewife. When I was 40, I broke into the entertainment industry. Reborn as a fish, just to drive all the fishermen crazy. Being in a hijacked train, I can foresee in the future. Reborn at 18. The great-grandmother returns and revives the family empire. I once asked a short drama writer, what is your story about? He says, a poor girl eventually married a billionaire. I said to him, okay, what if I said, married to my stepfather's new boyfriend? It sounds more interesting, right? I'm not asking you to write that kind of story. I'm just giving you a comparison. The second one might be more interesting. Let's take the title I mentioned before as an example. I was a 40-year-old housewife and I broke into the entertainment industry. The protagonist is 40-year-old housewife. The main storyline is about how she switched from a housewife into a singer, how she broke into the entertainment industry, and you want to see what conflicts someone stopping her and how she grows and finally shine on stage. This is the core concept, the core idea. Before you start writing your own story, you need to write down your core concept, and then you can write your own script. The formula of writing short drama is simple. One protagonist, one clear want, one main storyline. In the first 1 to 3 minutes, you should clearly describe what the story background is, keep it simple, who is the protagonist, what's his or her identity, what he or she wants, and what is the main conflict. From that point on, the story should follow the same main storyline. A clear main storyline is what creates a clear audience expectations. Some people who have written TV series may say, this is something we know, that's how we write TV series. I will give you 2 counter examples. Example 1. I once reviewed a script from the overseas platform. The story is about the female protagonist was protecting her younger brother in the first episode by a bad guy. She was stabbed and was injured, and later on she has to do a plastic surgery to change her face and to hide her identity. Her brother was so thankful to her. He said, I'm going to marry a woman. If you don't like her, I will not marry her. Which means this protagonist has a say to the whole marriage. And then the villain shows up. The female villain is the fiance of the younger brother. And she had a little conflict with the female lead. She constantly bullied and humiliated her, thinking she's just an ordinary cleaner lady. But our protagonist cannot stay her identity. And that's the whole story. But the story also shows many story plots. In the first episode, it shows the female lead were stabbed by some bad guys. And then in the whole story, it shows many scenes about some people secretly staring at our female lead and the brother, some CCTV camera footage, and some people secretly give note to our female lead. Those are all suspense elements, and that's another plot line. So the main storyline is the female lead has a hidden identity. She is humiliated by the female villain, who is her younger brother's fiance. But actually, she has the power to say no to this marriage. When her real identity shows, everything turns upside down. That's the main storyline. So the main storyline is what creates the audience expectations. The expectation of this story is when will the female villain finds out this cleaning lady has the real power, and how will she be punished, losing everything she wants, marriage, fame, money, and everything. That's the audience expectation. In the storyline, those suspense elements, including CCTV camera footage, someone delivering a message to them, should all be removed. If we show those suspense elements, for example, in episode 1, our female lead was stabbed. And then the CCTV camera footage, someone secretly following them. If we keep that plot, that's another story. The female leads find evidence and finally find out who actually attacked her younger brother. So in that case, the brother's fiance is humiliating her. Those stories should all be removed. Those are 2 main storylines. They mix together. So the audience expectations are split. The audience don't know whether they should see when and how the female villain is being punished, or they should see who trying to kill the younger brother, how they solve the whole mystery. When the audience don't know what they want to see, what they are expecting, they stop watching. The second story starts with our male lead's point of view. He was a sniper and on a mission. The mission is to rescue the female lead. And he kills the bad guy, the female lead is rescued. Then, few years later, we show the female lead's perspective. She is working in a coffee shop. She tells the audience how she ran away from her wealthy family and worked in a coffee shop. And then she sees the poor guy, it turns out to be our male lead. Looks completely different, very poor, and she feels very pity for him, and then decided to ask him whether she could bring him some food. Our male lead recognized our female lead. He remembers a few years back when he was on the mission, he missed a phone call. It turned out this phone call was from his grandmother. That's the story. The biggest problem of this story is the point of view keeps switching. Sometimes the story is told from our female lead, and sometimes the story is told from our male lead. The main plot line splits. A short drama must be told from a clear perspective. If we told this story from the female lead's perspective, the story should be she was kidnapped, she was rescued by a sniper, she's falling for him, but she loses him. She didn't even see clearly of his face, and she working in a coffee shop, she meets him again, and the story in between. So the audience expectation is how they were from strangers and have some conflicts or misunderstandings until the end they finally fall in love and happily together. If this story is told from the male's perspective, that's another story. Another major problem of this story is short drama is written in a comparatively short of time. In this story, the conflict began a few years back, and then they tell the story a few years later with a long time gap in the middle. If a Chinese short drama writer writing this story, we will follow the female protagonist's perspective or vice versa. So if we tell from female protagonist's perspective, we'll see she's working in a coffee shop, she's explaining she's just escaped from a wealthy family and has a hidden identity as a waitress in a coffee shop. She sees the poor guy standing on the street, she feels pitiful for him, and she just brings some food for him. And then this guy meets her and recognizes, and there is a flashback happened between them. At that time, he was a sniper, and he rescued her. And then we back to the original story, how they meet in a coffee shop. So the story goes on. It happened in a comparatively short period of time. And how do you structure the story? Let's see this picture. You can think your script is like this. This stick is your main storyline. These fruits are your different events. The main storyline connects or events together. One important thing overseas right now is still IAP, which means in-app purchase. So for the first 10 episodes, the paywall should normally around episode 10. When you write, you build up your story tense and emotion from episode 1 into episode 10. And episode 10 is when they need to pay. So the first strawberry is from episode 1 to episode 10. About hooks, I've noticed many overseas writers talk much about hooks and maybe too much about hooks. Hooks, it's a writing trick. In reality, hooks, it's something you learn after you have a very clear storyline and audience expectation. A clear main storyline and a clear audience expectation is far more important than hooks. If your main storyline is not clear, your hooks could never be correct. And hooks are not only at the end of each episode, it can be in the middle of the episode. It should be created and resolved continuously in every episode. A hook is not only a dialogue, it can be a prop, it can be image, it can be someone's look. A hook is something you can learn. It's just a writing technique. How to practice writing? First of all, still need to stress the importance. You need to watch a lot of short dramas. Second, do scene breakdowns. Just like writing an essay for the first time, write down the structure. You just find some hit short dramas, break it down each scene, what kind of content they are in each scene, and write it down what is the core concept, who is the protagonist, what's his or her identity, what he wants, and what's the main storyline, what's the audience expectation, how does this story build up emotions and play with the audience emotions. Third, imitation. Change the protagonist's identity, change their background, change the story background, add some new element into it. For example, if there is a modern CEO romance story, a hit short drama, break it down, and then change elements, change it to, let's say, a rural area 1970 American story. Then that's how you do the practice. Only after that, I will recommend you to write original story. Original writing process. First, choose your topic. Study the training shows in the market. Study their topics. See what you can improve. Then write down your one-sentence core concept. It's the most important thing. In the core concept, you can already see who the protagonist is, what they want, what's blocking them, and what's the main storyline, and whether the conflict is strong enough. Still take, I was an ordinary housewife when I was 40, I break into entertainment industry. So you will see, okay, the target audience might be women with a family. Her identity is housewife. Her conflict is very strong because she's an ordinary woman. She wants to tap into show business. So the audience expectation is how this woman encounter all the conflicts and finally shine on stage. Second, character design. For example, character contrast, personality contrast, identity contrast, or behavior contrast. For example, there is a Chinese show. In the first episode, a young girl around 12 years old, she is holding a kitchen knife and chasing a mistress. She shouts out, "My mother treats you as a sister, and you dare to seduce my father, and you call me a loser. How dare you?" This is an identity contrast. And there is a wealthy family. The mother sees this girl, and she actually pay her to come to the wealthy family and to educate or tutor the misbehaved boy. That's how our female lead and male lead meet. It's a romance story. You know our female lead's personality already in the beginning. If your core concept and your character design are strong, your story is already half successful. Finally, script format. When you pitch in a script to the platforms, you remember, first of all, you need to watch these platforms' shows to see how many episodes are there. Normally, it's 65 episodes, but you need to study the platform you are pitching. So when you submit your script to platforms, normally you should set the title, the core concept. But the core concept is usually the title as well. How many episodes are there? What is the paywall? It's in episode 10 or 11. You need to write down. And the target audience, their age, their gender, and the target country. Overseas, normally the paywall is around episode 10, so you write an outline and 10 full scripts of 10 episodes. That's all we share in the Grassroots masterclass. Just remember, it's a fun process, but you need practice, watching, learning, practice, and more practice. I hope these videos are helpful. Thank you very much for watching and hope you enjoy short drama writing.